You are a large plate of English breakfast with an extra hash brown and some tomato sauce in an extra spare cup on the side. You and I are going to be doom scrolling Twitteroonies. First up, we have Tam Tams replying to Mr. Saint Wolf out here. Mr. Saint Wolf's doing a stream talking about alien drones, market updates in the UK, digital IDs. That is wonderful to see, but the digital IDs suck. Just to let you know, friends, we are all going on a CBDC. It is where the government gets to spy on everybody and basically smell what you had for dinner last night. Hey, Mr. Government, you don't need to infiltrate if you want to see what I was basically eating last night. Just hang around another 15 minutes. Trust me, the farts are coming. So, digital IDs, friends. It is draconian. It's an extreme measure. It's dystopian. It is. But I still think there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Remember, they started them all with the medical passport things from the when we were back in 2020, and they're trialing them in the UK. They don't call it a trial because it would imply that there is a world deep state government that is pretty much trying to control everyone, and they are not trying to. They do control everyone. So it's very unfortunate because this is a reality, friends. So pretty much in the future, we're just moving towards a world where to use the internet, you got to have a login, your passport. And a lot of these websites will be like, you have to go through the government link. And so whenever you talk, say anything on the internet, it'll come back to your name. And then they're going to get Palantir, which is like the Skynet pretty much. And that will be able to, it's an AI. It's going to grab all the database information there. So all they can do is just look up your name and they basically have everything about you. They could even like filter like, tell me if that person's saying a bit of controversial things which are against the government sayings of the day. So yeah, this is pretty much what we're going to be able to do with this technology. Don't forget, that's why we made crypto. Satoshi's own words, Satoshi. He said, let's use technology to liberate mankind, not to punish mankind. Okay, so the digital IDs, hopefully they go away, but I don't think they're going away. They're coming in here. They're doing them in the UK. It's very, very bad. It's a mess. Mr. Papa Shred, pretty disappointing seeing the OGs in here bitching about Richard Hart. They came for mad gains and that's all. They learnt nothing. The unfazed are here for world change. To fix a broke system, it takes time, intelligence, and persistence. Oh, and of course, diamond balls, open your mind. So this is referring to, obviously, with PulseChain ecosystem, because Hexicans, we know Richard Hart taught everyone about delaying gratification, but there was nothing about delaying gratification in Hexicans making all their wealth. Because, I mean, like, it's not even my opinion. I could just literally say it to you. Hex, friends, was easy compared to what we're going through now. Why? Because Hex went literally up in a straight line for 626 days. And yeah, there was a 70% drop, which is nothing. This is 80% drop. This is nothing. These drops 40%. 31%, but you got to see from halvening to halvening date. From the halvening was in what, May 2020 or whatever. If you walk forward to May 2021, you were up 15x, right? It actually did a 100x to the top, September 2020 to September 2021. Obviously, it's absolutely nothing like what PulseChain has been going through whatsoever. We have had literally just down only for 4 years. This is it. Yeah, a lot of down only for 4 years. Pulse versus BTC ratio is down 92%. We need a 12x just to get back to break even. Because when you sacrificed, Bitcoin was $30,000 pretty much. Well, I sacrificed as well. And now Bitcoin's 116,000. So it's up more than 3.5x from that point. But you don't get sack price for Pulse anymore. You are down on that. So Bitcoin went up 3.5x and you dropped 85%. That's why, you know, Ivan on Tech and everyone out here is just laughing at how pathetic the community is with this terrible price performance. They don't see any innovation or anything out here, but maybe because it's a conspiracy super cycle, maybe we're on the right side of history. Okay, we will have a world's biggest airdrop. We'll get to see it all play out. I guess hopefully it plays out. We have our Styler replying, the Hex OGs were made rich in a matter of months. There you go, sir. So, friends, that's why I'm glad I just showed you the chart. It pretty much was. It was easy up mode. We've been here for 5 years. You can't get any more diamond-handed than that in crypto. Yes, it's true, friends. You got to understand, like, you can't look at people and go, well, you know, You know, they had it easier than us. Doesn't matter, man. Like, you know, Bitcoin, you've never had to sell your Bitcoin because it always rallied in a bear market. You could always look at it around like that. And then Bitcoiners might even look at the stock market guys and go, hey, you know, stock market, you know, if the stock market goes down, the US government will debase the American population and the world just to pump up the stock market. Okay, you're literally backed by everybody in the US economy who has to get taxed by the money printer, even though they don't tell everybody that. But, you know, we're all in our journey. I am still long and strong. Pumpy G music. Friends, I hope you've learned from the highest value content in crypto. Not here to cry. Crying gets you nowhere, okay? There's no crying at the casino. We know it's casino. And why am I doing this? Because I know the upside makes up for the pain. I don't know when, though. And the when is the killing part. I just don't know when, friends. No one knows. Yeah, we can guess, we hope, whatever. We just don't know. You always hope it gets better tomorrow. You hope that the beating stops. You know, but the growth rates of these, they're just too big to ignore. Yeah, it is worth it. It is worth it. Unless you're thinking of selling for a 2x, then it's definitely not worth it. You know? But this is it, man. The growth rates are too high. They're debasing you at 8% per year. Stocks growing at 10% per year. Bitcoin has been growing at around 70% per year. It's going down to now 60. That's off the charts. Literally off the charts. Still. This is in the 4th cycle as well. Jesus, stop. Jesus, stop PLS. The Better Bank reopening is a countdown most of you aren't anticipating. And I have a feeling it's going to be a key part of what happens next. Thank you very much, sir. Remember, Better Bank, or called it Better Rug, because they did like this planned, coordinated rug. It seems like it's insiders with pDAI and everything out here. Just be careful. Don't connect to other protocols, friends, please, for the love of God. Hopefully, the pDAI narrative gets to take the next phase on through and charge Bitcoin. Oh my gosh. Pardon me. Pardon me! I've just noticed something. There's a 20% move in pDAI. What's going on here? My gosh. Oh, man. Friends, this is why we go through the pain. Because it just takes one green day and now I've got a surge of dopamine in my brain. And friends, I know this dopamine, it's only lasting about 7 seconds. I already know. I'm already coming down already. Okay, I'm already coming down because you see it and you're like, oh, we're not even a cent yet. We're still down 85% from December. But, you know, you enjoy it for that little dopamine, friends. We really are like little, you know, we're like monkeys just on the slot machine. You're like, yes, come on, dopamine. Ah, it's great. So it is nice to get this cute little dopamine hit. But that's what we live for, you know what I mean? So we'll see how the rest goes. Tron, friends. Tron have posted more ways to move your USD1 now live on Tron. Once again, stablecoin super cycle. I'm really glad. I'll just show you, friends. pDAI's ticking up 20%. Let's actually have a look at the chart again. I'm just showing you Tron. It's stablecoin super cycle. This is pDAI's weekly chart. Okay, pDAI's weekly chart. When it comes to this, though, there is still a lot more to go just to recover back to its highs from literally almost a year ago. So it's still down. It peaked at 3.486%. It's still 88% down. Jeez, man. The linear chart's still wrecked. Everything's still wrecked. But everything looks like it. But pDAI, friends, has these moments where it just shoots up 100% in a week to kickstart the rally. So it does have these moments. Many times, it'll just have like a plus 100% candle. And it starts, and it just starts rocketing. As you can see, like it just has these bang, 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 just starts moving up very, very fast. Is it going to happen again? Don't know. Could go to 0, but I would enjoy that. That'd be great. We have the nipple pegging event, which would be at 1 cent. That's 6 red weeks in a row. Remember, with Tron here, friends, Tron, USD1 is World Liberty Finance. That's Donald Trump token. And they're expanding, you know, with Kraken and everything out here. So it's pretty nice for stablecoin super cycle. Here have Mario here. The chilling video shows the Trump shooter practicing with a handgun in the bedroom. Oh my gosh, that's funny. They blur out a pistol. Come on, bro. You blur out a pistol on the internet. Do you understand? You sick. You're blurring out a pistol when you're posting these videos. You understand these child freaking ritual satanic stuff that they're doing? Oh no, can't show pistols to the population. They might figure out they were actually using them for sacrifices. you remember, friends, with this kid? Very, very, very suspicious. A lot of suspicious things we're having out here. Like mega suspicious. The FBI, friends, the fancy been investigators. There's going to be a revolution or something. You got, like, they're going to have to flip this stuff over. The lies are getting way too bad now. Here we have some more fart coin stuff from Gammy-chan. I drew some doodles on fart coin chart that fit perfectly. He just has fart coin, just arrows going up here. So hopefully that all happens. Oh, one of the times I drew it, I just pretty much just talking, and it's what everyone does, you know, having fun out here and trying to do stuff. Here you have Soylana Maxi Mert. Mert is a Soylana Maxi. He shows he got paid from Twitter, 3,200 US. For the past 2 weeks. Remember, friends, Mert has $100 million net worth plus, and he made that post recently. He said, he goes, I'm not even rich. I'm not even a billionaire yet. That's what he pretty much said. So just for context, he's in Soylana, believes in Soylana. But yeah, friends, going forward as well, you got to remember, man, like Mert, friends, he's got $100 million in soy. He's earning $1 million in basically it's like the staking rewards a month. So like if soy just does a 2x, he's made $100 million. You see? So that gives you an idea. You always got to be looking for what he doesn't mind betting on the favorite because he's been in something grow from something that non-existent into becoming a favorite. Okay, but you have to think about it for yourself. Do you have $100 million to invest to make a 2x? Let me know. Leader Alpha. This is Charles Hoskinson. No outages, 24/7 uptime, millions of transactions, biggest DAO in the world, sexy beast, Charles Hoskinson.
Deviated from those core principles. Hundreds of millions.
Well done, well done. Remember Cardanzo, friends. A lot of people, Cardanzo, they like to hate it. You shouldn't hate this coin. Okay, I love Cardanzo, friends. I bought Cardanzo last cycle. Cardanzo, we have a lot to learn from it. For example, so Cardanzo is a leading example of you can have, so Cardanzo's rank 11, 29 billion market cap. It went to 100 billion last cycle. So right now it's 29 billion. Let's say 30. You don't need high volume on your chain. You don't need the latest tech. You don't need perps. You don't need layer 2s. You don't need Soylana digital asset treasuries. You don't need that. And you can have a near 30 billion valuation. You just need believers. Cardanzo is the example, friends. See? Now, it is the best example. It's not like everything else is just going to get a valuation, but just showing you with enough time, effort, and care, you can get there. And then the big daddies, of course, XRP, 166 billion. Okay? That's why I look at this stuff. That's why I show people this stuff. So if you're new to crypto, friends, you know, you get to see in bull markets, people do relative value pricing. They say, oh, how much is that worth? We should be there, you know? It's kind of like, friends, if you're trying to measure, you know, let's say you're trying to bet on football teams where they're going to go. And let's say there was a team coming 5th, right? And there's a team that's coming 5th and someone else basically, let's say a team beats them, right? And you don't know where to place this team. Well, it doesn't necessarily mean just because they beat them once that they should definitely be 5th or better. But it's better than nothing, right? It's a useful statistic to know. You could use, like, you could kind of use, hey, relative performance. This team beat these people. They, you know what I mean? It gives you an idea of where to place it. PulseChain itself is only 570 million market cap. But remember, the coin's a split network effect. So, but people aren't going to really think about that later on. So hopefully we do get to see if PulseChain matches gets to Cardanzo, it's a 60x pump from here now. Here we have Eric Trump, son of Donald Trump. Eric Trump says, I think Bitcoin will surpass $1 million and Q4 of this year will be unbelievable.
And the future is incredible. The future is bright. The future is incredible. And I think fourth quarter of this year is going to be unbelievable for a host of reasons. So super excited.
How do you think Bitcoin's going to go?
I've always said that I think in time Bitcoin surpasses $1 million.
Now remember why they say it surpasses $1 million? Because the government's going to keep printing and people keep believing. But yeah, I mean, like Bitcoin's shown itself that people buy it in the past 15 years, right? They do buy it in a bear market, which means people don't just say they believe in it. With their actions, they actually do believe in it. That's wonderful. Here we have Cash Money showing the 369 burner address. There's been some controversy, but not real controversy. We're trying to get some hints about pDAI and the next phase, the next step with things that are happening out here. We're just trying to progress the story from the Cataclysm Prophecy. Here you have Mr. Decentralized Me. Herman, aka the mean Richard Hart, the serial pDAI dumper from way back, has deposited $500,000 into a cross protocol. And then you have a reply here from Richard No, 1024. I guess he's talking about October 24th. So I guess they're trying right now to start, trying to start another countdown. I refuse to participate in the countdowns. I could give you countdown advice. All right, that's what I'm allowed to do. I can give you countdown advice. Don't let yourself get excited by any countdown. Here you have Tylenol autism pills. So everybody's making a joke. That's a new culture thing, friends. They'll be like, oh, you know, don't please be patient with me. I take Tylenol. You know, that's what everyone, the joke is that, because that's conspiracy super cycle. Remember, conspiracy super cycle is coming true. Blue-pilled cucks who believe everything from the government, they're like getting totally destroyed. Everything from the Jenga towers, Charlie Kirk, UFOs, it's all happening, man. Dip Wheeler shows Eric Trump buy the dips, buy the dips. You know, buy the dips. So this is Eric Trump on Bitcoin. It's cool out here. Here you have Hasib. He's a VC, friends. 3 wars are breaking out in crypto. One, let's actually pause these because they're going a bit. Hasib, he's going a bit wild. Perps, Hyperliquid versus Astra. So yes, that's the 3 wars going on in crypto right now. So you have perpetual dexes. Now we've got to remember, friends, the customers are losing. 95% are losing. Yes, they're the top 5% who are winning. Of course, it's trading. It's PvP. You know what I mean? Player versus player. But 95% are losing. Just so everyone knows that. The average person is losing. You need an edge. Okay? But that's one of the biggest wars. Hyperliquid versus Astra. Hyperliquid, then you have Astra, which is Binance. Number 2, another war. Stablecoins. Tether versus USDC. So USDT versus USDC. That's stablecoin wars, stablecoin super cycle. That's what it refers to. It's talking about these wars. They're all trying to grab market share. Hopefully we all pump. And hopefully they're not, friends, we're not, pDAI's not on anyone's radar because they just don't even, they can't even conceptualize that this works. Beautiful. A regulation. Regulatory capture and the L1 versus L2 squeeze. Cool. So yeah, that's pretty much the 3 wars going on out here. Notice there's no wars with, like, you know, pump fund, Soylana, streamer coins. So I wonder what they're going to do to try product market fit. Here you have, oh, Jeebus. I'd be so bullish right now if people weren't shilling ZeCash. That's really effing in my head. So ZeCash, ZEC, it's a 2017 relic coin. High on privacy, but down only. And it just, yeah, I guess it's one of those, oh, we're really bored and rich now. It's time to make our time worth it by making it entertaining and shilling garbage. That's what they're making a joke about that. All right, that's making him concerned. But hopefully it's just, no, we've got nothing to be worried about. Wando, ChainLink Senior Director of Communications, Chris Barrett, will be sharing as much behind-the-scenes ChainLink content from Cibers as he can. So, PayLink out here. Shout out to Migueli Boo from the PulseChain community as well. Vanguard with the exit liquidity. Wonderful. So, we got a long way to go still. October. I'm not going to hold my breath. We'll see. Like, subscribe. Catch you in the next one.